Welcome to Conversations in the Coop. I'm your host, Trinity Director of Athletics, Drew Galbraith. My pleasure to be joined today by Trinity's new head coach of women's squash, Lauren Patrizio. Lauren, thanks for joining.
Thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
Well, Lauren, you've been on campus for just over a month now. Had a chance to meet the team. Had a chance to start to sink your teeth into the world of Trinity women's squash. So, as you start this new role and step into this storied program, what are your feelings now? Where are you now, and where do you maybe hope to be in a month when we start practice?
Yeah, it's so exciting to be here. It's been a great start. The team is just incredible. They're welcoming, and we're getting to know each other. It's been a great start. Excited to continue to kind of work with them and get to know them as people, and then once we're able to start practice, really looking forward to being able to dive in. And like you said, they've got obviously being the defending national champion, they've got work to do, so it's exciting.
Well, let's start with the hard question first, which is you come in as a head coach. It is a defending national champions. They went undefeated last year. The year prior won every match up till the national championship match. So this is a group of women that has had a lot of success the last few years and historically. Are there things that you'll say as a coach to maybe lower the expectations, lower the not expectations, but maybe the stress and anxiety that comes from being, kind of the hunted as the national champion?
Yeah, that word, the hunted. The target on their back. I think for me, the way I'm thinking about it is, it's a new season, new start, new coach, Wendy Bartlett. Coach Wendy was here a long time, and it's really exciting for me to get to work with this group. I think that just trying to think about it as a clean slate, new year, bring their best version of themselves to every match that we play, and that starts with kind of taking care of themselves individually and then together as a team.
So let's go maybe backwards a little bit. Growing up outside of Philadelphia, what were your favorite sports growing up, and when did you start to gravitate towards squash?
Yeah, that's a good question. I played tennis, I played basketball and lacrosse mostly, but also kind of soccer. Did all the sports things. I got introduced to squash a bit later than most. I would say not till 8th grade. So picked it up and just kind of fell in love with the game, and felt really lucky to get to continue to play throughout high school. Mostly out of school. I played varsity basketball in high school, so that was definitely something that I was excited that I was able to keep doing as a 3-sport athlete, and had the opportunity to continue in college.
So as an athlete at Penn, that was a point when the college game was really starting to explode. Trinity's men were on their run. While you were in college, the women had the first of their national championships, or right around that point. So, if that was a point where college squash was maybe coming more to the forefront, where do you see the game now? A little bit later, where's the game come since you were a student athlete at Penn?
Yeah, I think it's amazing. It's amazing to see the progress, the skill level, the players that are coming to college and already having played so many pro events, whether it's all about their professional ranking now, so at the highest level. So it's exciting to see where the game has gone in the US, but also internationally. I think that that US Squash and the College Squash Association have been working hard to grow the game. I think there's still lots of opportunity to continue that, especially for the girls. There's still an opportunity to get more American juniors, female players. So that's something that I've kind of been watching over the years, but the level's gone up, and I'm glad I played when I did. That's all that's what I want to say.
So you kind of mentioned it without mentioning it. In 4 years in the Olympics in Los Angeles, squash will be an Olympic sport. This is kind of special to the LA Games, but obviously there's the hope among U.S. squash and other squash national governing bodies that this will now become an Olympic sport, and what that can do for the game. Could you have imagined that with where the squash was when you were, either a high school or a college player, that it could be an Olympic sport?
I mean, we've been working on it for years, so I think the hope was always there. I think it's, as a squash, as someone that's been involved in squash in different capacities, the fact that it hasn't, that it's taking till 2028 to get there has been more frustrating. But I think that really excited to see what we're able to do and hopefully prove ourselves in 2028 as a sport. I think it's a place we belong. I think it's exciting that it's in LA in the US, so that will be interesting to see exactly how it takes shape. I know there's lots of people working hard to make that happen and have it be the best kind of showcase of what squash is. But it's an exciting time for our sport for sure.
And certainly every possibility exists, both on the women's side as well as the men's side, that we'll have some Trinity alums and potentially even at that point some Trinity students representing their countries in LA. Have you heard any of our current students maybe mention that? Is that sort of a thought process now for a lot of the current college players, that if I stay at the top of my game among my country people, that I could be someone representing my country in LA?
I think it's definitely on players' minds. I think that there's still not a ton of information about what it's going to look like, but like you said, it's going to be the best of the best, and it would be great if we had either current or alumni representing us there. I'm ready to go, so I want to be there.
Just waiting for the call, right?
Exactly. They've got work to do. They've got some time, but I think I think there's a great team, like I said, working on it to kind of help shape it and guide it in the right direction. So it's an exciting.
So you've been around this game for most of your adult life, or I guess all of your adult life, most of your life. So when practice starts in a few weeks, what's the team going to see for you? What's your personality at a practice? What's your how do you feel like you help someone in a match? What's your demeanor? What are our Trinity fans going to see?
Yeah, it's going to be I think kind of taking it step by step. I think in terms of our practices being organized and efficient and making sure we're keeping our team healthy. It's a build up. It takes we have a few matches in the fall. Primary part of our season is in January, February, with the goal of the beginning of March for nationals. So they're going to see me focused and 100% committed, and I think that that's what I expect from them as well. I would say that definitely have a competitive spirit behind me, and I think that another thing that I just really the game has improved so much. The support that nationals look so different than it did when I was playing, and so I know there's refereeing. I think also making sure our team members are representing themselves and our school is really important. That's something that I will definitely be stressing to our group.
And how do you think about that as a coach, as a professional, blending so many students from really so many different cultures and kind of playing backgrounds, and not only in just how they play points and how they approach matches, but maybe just even like different kind of spirits around how they express emotion during matches or don't express emotion during matches. How do you think about that when it really is bringing this kind of United Nations of players together to play for Trinity?
It's well said. It's definitely a very diverse group, so many different cultures. I think step one is just I'm getting to know them and excited to get to see how they show up for practice, how they show up in matches, and really, I think kind of respect and integrity for our opponents, and they're role models to young people is how I see it. And I have young children, but I think it's also just we want people to come see this sport and hopefully leave thinking, wow, that was an excellent competition, that was fair played, and 100% effort was given. So it's kind of my approach.
In the Trinity one.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you weren't, maybe the fun question, if you weren't coaching squash, what sport would you be coaching?
Football.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because I love it. I'd have to learn some things from Jeff, but no, I grew up an Philadelphia Eagles fan, and if I had no experience coaching football, but that would be what I would
Seems
want
like it'd be a lot
to
of
be.
fun.
It'd be a lot of fun. Lots of game analysis.
Yeah.
So I like the strategy, thinking about all the different plays. So
Awesome.
that's what I would want to coach.
Well, Lauren, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for
Excited to
having
see you
me.
and the team on the courts in just a few weeks.
All right, sounds good. Thanks.
That'll do it for this conversation on the Coop. For all the latest news, scores, and schedules, go to BAMSports.com. Until next time.